What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk picking another video today. And today, the Phoenix Suns have signed former Utah Jazz center and former first-round pick Udoka AzubuIke, who was a first-round pick in the 2020 NBA draft. Udoka, who was the 27th overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft to the Utah Jazz, has signed a two-way contract with the Phoenix Suns after spending his last 3 seasons with the Utah Jazz and playing with the Boston Celtics during the 2023 Summer League. Udoka AzubuIke, a guy who has not had a good first 3 years in the NBA. The first 2 years in the league, it made sense. I mean, it wasn't too bad in the 21-22 season. It made sense just because of the fact that, this is a guy that's on a good Jazz team. They have a good rotation. But this past season with the Jazz is something that I don't understand. He was expected to have a bigger role going into the 2022-23 season after the Jazz traded everybody away, traded Royce O'Neal away, traded Donovan Mitchell away, traded Joe Ingles away, Rudy Gobert away, Bojan Bogdanovic away, and I think they also traded a couple other guys away off their roster. Pretty much got rid of everybody, and Gobert was gone, and I think there had another backup center that was gone as well, and it was his chance. They did add in Kelly Olynyk, who was and they also did draft Walker Kessler, but they did think he was going to have way more minutes than he'd had in the previous 3 seasons, and that didn't really happen. Actually, he had a worse season than he did in the 21-22 season. His rookie year with the Jazz, played 15 games, only got 4 minutes per game with 0 starts, only averaged 1 point per game. The 2021-22 season, played in 17 games with 6 starts, averaged 11 minutes per game, and averaged 5 points per game with 4 rebounds per game. The 22-23 season with the Jazz, he played in this season, which was a season where he was expected to play a little bit more. Had some injury problems, but played in 36 games with 4 starts, averaged 10 minutes per game, and only averaged 3.5 points per game on 3.5 rebounds per game. So his rebounds went almost 1 rebound per game down and over 1 point per game down. So, a half a point down. Sorry, 1.5 points down. So when he was expected to have a bigger role, his stats went down quite a bit. I mean, I know those are some lower numbers, but his stats are still going down, and especially when he was expected to have a bigger role this past season in the 22-23 season. So he should be sold in the Suns, but he is on a 2-way contract. It's not going to be anything special, but definitely for a first-round pick with Utah has probably been you can consider has been a bust. But at the same time, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I don't think you can really call someone a bust when they've barely played. When they barely played, and when they have played, they've been solid. So, I mean, he's been a bust because he hasn't performed to his ability, but at the same time, it's a guy who's barely played in the NBA. So maybe if he can get some minutes in Phoenix, which could be hard because they have a tight rotation and probably won't happen in Phoenix, to be honest with everybody, Suns fans, because I know I have a couple Suns subscribers, but I don't think he'll be able to play a lot. They have a lot of good big men on their roster, whether it's someone playing at the 4, the 5, or even you could even see sometimes next year where someone a little bit bigger could be playing at the 3. Maybe there could be sometimes next year where you see someone like Kevin Durant, who should be playing the 4 next year for the Suns, or Bol, who's like 7'2", playing the 3 sometimes next year, because they've added in a lot of big men. They added Drew Eubanks, they added Bol, they added Chimezie Metu. They've added in some other bigger guys this offseason. So I doubt that Udoka AzubuIke will find some minutes with Phoenix, but if he were to, maybe he could show something, but I really doubt he's going to find some good minutes in Phoenix with, the big man situation they have there with Aiden, Drew Eubanks, Bol, Chimezie Metu, list goes on of big men they have in Phoenix. But here's my thoughts on the signing for the Phoenix Suns. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.